Is the dating pool shallow, or do you just need to expand your search?
You know what I'm finding? Average women think they're better than average men.
Story time. Did you know that being single in 2024 is an epidemic? In reality, being single in 2024 sucks.
These modern women are losing their minds, wondering why they're ignored at 41.
I'm 41. And apparently nobody wants a 41-year-old woman.
Dating is so hard when you are over 40.
No matter how much I love myself, dating is hard. Dating is
This is what I call hitting the wall, the end result of becoming invisible to most men. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
no matter how much I love myself, how much I date myself, dating is hard. Dating is exhausting. To constantly put yourself out there to just be disappointed and disappointed and disappointed and nothing to ever work out for you is so mentally, emotionally exhausting. Every time I make a video like this, people always get confused and think that I'm miserable single. That is not true. I'm very happy single. I make content on TikTok for other people to learn how to be happy alone and single. But I'm not going to neglect the fact that I don't want to be single forever. I eventually want to find someone, and to do that I have to date. Dating sucks. To constantly feel like nothing ever works out for you is literally like a mind game, and I'm tired.
Dating is hard indeed, and it's especially hard for the good men and women who actually want to get in real relationships and build something together. It's become so exhausted to the point where a huge percentage of men have just decided to back away.
I'm truly tired of God thinking I'm his strongest soldier. Been having to do a lot of man things lately and it's stressing me out. So I'm gonna have to get this oil in my car, but I can't get the top off because my acrylics are too long and I'm scared that I'm gonna break them. And the other day I had to put windshield wiper fluid in my car. What is going on?
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in a stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies and find love. And I had another talking phase yet again fall through. And my friend was like, you know, you'll meet the one day, don't give up. But now I'm at a point where I hope I don't, because what happens if I meet him and he wants kids and I'm too old to not be able to give him any? So it's easier for me to say I don't want kids.
To be honest, if she wanted kids, she should have thought about that when she was younger. This is what happens when you spend your life partying. I understand why she's worried now, because most of her eggs might be gone. It's also risky for her health. She could damage her health or even die trying to have a baby. The physical demands of pregnancy and childbirth are also much harder on an older body, making it more dangerous.
What's really hard? This is what dating in your 40s is like. Not really.
Just want to take a quick second to talk about online dating. In Ohio, there is no one. I mean, no one. I'm 41. And apparently nobody wants a 41-year-old woman that has their shit together. I mean, maybe I'm living in the wrong state. I feel like I am, because I see all these really attractive older men on TikTok. I'm like, where are they in Ohio? They're non-existent. I just want somebody maybe that looks like they could chop wood, or they do outdoor stuff that just look really manly. And that's not happening here. And no one is probably going to see this because I don't have any followers.
Well, I was able to see it, but most men don't want to date older, because usually what they bring to the table is trauma and baggages. I do believe that there's somebody for everyone out there. To be honest, this woman just needs a better attitude. Why are you dating at 41 anyway? Why aren't you married? There's just so many questions to ask when women complain about being single in their late 40s. I'm sure she's had many opportunities to get a good man. Maybe she just let it slip away.
All women women are 304s. Nope. There is no such thing as traditional women anymore. Wrong. Women simply aren't worth it. What does that even mean? I am so tired of all of this negativity. Are you going to insist that masculinity is about growth, suffering, and overcoming difficult things, and then just not date because it's hard? Are some of you really so pessimistic and self-hating that you will just resign yourself to never feeling love and affection? Are you really going to sit here and insist that you have all of the answers to dating, and then just refuse to pass those answers on to a woman who is ready and willing to please you? Tell me, what battle are you even fighting? You insist there's a problem, but you aren't trying to actually solve it? What is the point of all of this other than to just kick and scream? There are a lot of great women out there looking for men with your values. Go meet them, be strong in your convictions, and enjoy the life that you can create with them. Because the negativity has got to stop.
What it means is that these guys are done. They've given everything they had and realized it was a waste of time and effort. Men didn't just wake up and start saying these things out of nowhere. It happened because they were constantly used and told that whatever they did wasn't enough. This realization comes after years of feeling unappreciated and taken for granted. Many men have experienced relationships where their efforts were not reciprocated, leading to frustration and disillusionment. They have been pushed to their limits, only to find that their sacrifices and hard work were never truly valued. This ongoing cycle of giving without receiving has caused many men to become wary and disheartened. They now see the futility in trying to meet unrealistic expectations and are choosing to step back and reassess their priorities.
You know what I'm finding? Average women think they're better than average men. But honestly, what's wrong with being average? You can still be unique and be average. Every woman wants this exceptionally great guy, right? When I say exceptional, that means he's making at least 6 figures or doing really, really well for himself. He is good looking. He has to be a certain height, just these crazy standards. But then sometimes these same women don't match physically, mentally. They're not even on the same wavelength as him when it comes to where they're going in life. So that's another thing. Since when being with an average guy is a bad thing? I need women to humble themselves, especially average women. You're no better than average men.
They only believe that they're better than average men because they live in their imagination and not in reality. Where men live in the real world, these women live in delusion. They've confused themselves to believe that they are qualified women, when really what they're doing is lying to themselves. It really amazes me with the level of unrealistic standards they expect a man to meet. And when you ask them what they're bringing to the table, the only response they give is me, meaning a face full of war paint. They often have a list of demands: a high-paying job, perfect looks, unwavering attention, and constant pampering, yet they offer little in return beyond superficial charm. This creates a huge disconnect between their expectations and what they actually bring to a relationship. Their inflated self-worth blinds them to the need for mutual effort and compromise, making genuine connections nearly impossible.
Okay, quickly, for anybody out there that was worried that I might be taking advantage of people or taking advantage of men, I want you to know that tonight I knew I didn't want to date this guy, and so I offered to pay for my part of the meal, and he accepted, which usually they don't, but he did. I thought that maybe that meant he didn't want to go out with me again, but I was wrong because he said he did want to go out again. But anyway, I feel better about the fact that I did pay for my part of the meal because I don't want to go out with him again. I also want to thank you all for being so supportive of me in the comments now. It's so nice to see that people understand and they know that it's hard when you get older. It's really hard to meet somebody that you actually want to date and spend time with. So I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I just want to meet somebody that's right for me. And I keep thinking that numbers have to be on my side now. I'm getting up there, so I have to meet someone soon.
How to get in a guy's head. How to make him freaking obsessed with you.
Oh, good. Obsession lessons.
Now, I don't know if you're going to want to do this, because they are going to be all over you. There will be no more chasing needed by your end. They're going to be wrapped around your little finger.
Oh, I'm sure. No, let's get to it, shall we?
Number 1, text him his name and then don't answer. None. Done. We're ghost. We're gone. There is no response after that.
What? Why?
He is going to be first kind of freaking out, kind of shitting himself, but then he's going to get into like, oh crap, I really want to know what she wants to say, whatever, and be so invested in you and in that conversation for as long as you don't answer. And then once it is a couple hours, and when I say a couple, I mean about 4 to 5 hours later, then you can say, oh crap, I totally forgot what I was going to say. He will be wondering about it 4 days.
Oh, so this is about playing games with people's emotions. Got it.
Number 2, hold eye contact with him. It makes him so nervous, and it creates like this sex drive, and it'll make him want you even more. It'll make him start that obsession with you.
There are people out there that actually believe this stuff.
My favorite thing in the world is telling a man that you don't know if he's your type. You're still kind of figuring it out. Now, this will make him want to be your type. This will make him want to figure out what your type is and be that person for you. And he's going to be invested into thinking everything that you want from him, and he's going to do that. Because men can't lose, and now it's a game to him.
Not a whole lot of strategy here, is there? Just mind games.
And last but not least, tell him that you feel safe with him. Guys love to be in their masculine era, and if you tell him that you feel safe with him, then he will be in that masculine era, and that is exactly how he wants to feel with women. So good luck, but use this wisely.
So much game playing. But just a thought on that, a person should never play a game unless they're prepared to lose.
Ladies, if you want to play games, I have a PlayStation at home. And people wonder why so many men are fine being single. Don't need to play games. If he genuinely likes you, he'll be head over heels. This is why they wonder where the good men are. Avoiding this BS at home, watching TV after work. The most important things a man needs is respect, trust, and loyalty. Playing game is definitely not one of them. If you really listen to what this woman is saying, what she really wants is control. Control over the man that is. I just can't believe that the amount of women that actually listen to this buys into it. If you're ghosting a man thinking it's fun to play games, best believe you will be forgotten about forever.
I don't even have a picture of him. He exists now, only in my memory.
Why would we pay for drinks at the Clock Hotel?
Why? Who's paying?
The old men.
You guys into sugar daddies?
Yes. We're looking for a double sugar daddy date.
What have you got to offer the sugar daddy?
We have nothing. Ones where they don't want me. And Red Gang. My friends are strippers.
Girls, can you tell us something your mum doesn't know?
We are both cocaine addicts. We love coke.
At 40, women are laser focused on, okay, I want to meet a guy now if I want to have children. I want to have 1 or 2 children. It's already going to be high risk, but it's possible with modern medicine. Let me meet him now. And then they start getting anxious and the career starts to take a huge backseat, right? This is when they start employing dating coaches.
Yeah.
All right. Like I know Dr. Johnson, she went to Spelman, I went to Morehouse.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
This is when they start getting those femininity courses.
Yep.
All right.
They start actually investing money into figuring out some of these issues.
Listen, I want to get married. I don't want to be single. They've already been the bridesmaid at X amount of weddings.
Right.
And the reason I'm laughing is because they've gauged, I look better than her. She got married and I look better than her. And I look better than
you
her.
keeping it real
and
now.
My younger sister's getting married.
Well, because women are competitive.
They are.
Yeah, well, and then mom is saying, you should probably settle down. And they don't want a life. If their life dream is to be a wife and a mother, they don't want to live a life where they're not a wife and a mother.
If women are taking femininity and dating classes by 40, it's already too late. You're 20 years behind. That's something that should have been done in their prime. Learning how to nurture relationships and embrace femininity is crucial during the formative years when habits and behaviors are still malleable. By the time someone reaches 40, they've likely established patterns and mindsets that are hard to change. Social and biological factors also come into play. Many opportunities for building long-term relationships are more plentiful when one is younger. The dating scene is competitive, and younger women who have already mastered these skills have a significant advantage.
So I figured out one reason why dating is just not working, and it is because people don't know how to have a conversation anymore. I matched with that guy that I talked about a few posts back that lives in Indianapolis, and it's like he'll send me a message and I'll reply, but then it takes like hours and hours for him to get back with me, and then there's like no new question to keep the conversation going. So it's like it just fizzles out. But in order to get to know somebody, you got to keep it going, and you got to reply in like a timely manner. And it's not like during work hours where I know, he'd be working. So either he's not interested or he just doesn't know how to have a conversation. But this happens a lot with people that I match with. And I don't match with a lot of people, but when I do, it's just like, it's so boring. Like, it's just like, how was your day? How was work? And that's all people know how to say. What are you doing this weekend? It's like, don't get to know somebody. And I know you probably should go on a date and do that, but it seems like you got to know how their day is going for 2 weeks before you would even get to the idea of a date. I'm just impatient. I don't know. Is anybody else struggling like that? I'm a conversation person. That's what I do for a living. So I don't know. I like to talk. Maybe I like to hear myself talk too. I don't know. I'm just a little bit weird. But let me know what you're struggling with dating.
Unfortunately, this is just what dating has come to. I understand her frustration, but this is happening to both sides. It's happening to men and happening to women. Communication is absolutely key when it comes to starting or maintaining a relationship. However, many people resort to ghosting because they don't know how to break it to you gently. Ghosting has become a common way to avoid difficult conversations, leaving the other person confused and hurt.
This is why dating in our generation is just so complicated. So in the talking stage, you're supposed to be interested, but not too interested. You're supposed to be flirty, but don't overdo it. And you're supposed to hang out, but not too much. It's just this massive gray area. You can't be too much of anything. But also, let me ask you something. How does it ever go anywhere? You have to assume that it won't, but that's also setting yourself up for failure. But then again, you're also not supposed to want it to go anywhere because then you were doing too much. It's just a mess.
You know what? Trying to date in your 40s is like so frustrating. Like, when did we end up with all this like 42, 43, 44-year-old men that look like they're 60? Like, I'm 41 and it's so hard to find anybody that like looks their age. And then I be getting the ick like so fast. Like, I went on a date with this guy and he started like coughing weird. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but like, he was like coughing weird and I was like, I can't date you because like that cough is like so weird. Like, all I see is like health liability. Like, come on, 40, 50s, like, I was like, I can't. So I decided that I guess I'm just gonna stay single and get like 6 cats or whatever. But yeah, I don't recommend. I don't recommend find somebody before you're 40 because.
Well, the same thing can be said about either party. One party in particular walks around as they are and has to face reality the way they were born. The other one stands in front of a mirror creating a false identity to present to the world. Men have issues dating women who don't even look their age as well, especially on dating apps where they're trying to catfish. We are all superficial, but want to find love at the same time.
Okay, update. 2 days ago, I sent this message saying like, if I'm really honest, I would love to see you again. And he left me undelivered, as I said in my previous video. I just checked again, and 38 minutes ago he opened it. He waited 2 days to open it. So first he left me undelivered, and then he left me on red. What the fuck is wrong with people? Honestly.
Do you know what I've noticed about women's fantasies, like when it comes to romance? Their ideal sense of romance is literally just cheating.
You know, the funny thing is, I didn't think this was true. I was like, man, he's just cherry picking examples. And then I did some research and he is 100% correct. Like, think about all the most popular romance movies ever. Sleepless in Seattle, cheating. You've Got Mail, cheating. Cheating, 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 and some underage bullshit. International cheating. Oh my God, so much cheating. Cheating, but with good music. Cheating, but with comedy. Rich people cheating. Cheating down under. old people cheating, and cheating plus music. Like, it is undeniably true. Every fucking successful romantic movie in like the last 4 decades has just had cheating. That's the women's fantasy. They get with a man, the movie convinces you that man is not good, and then they fucking cheat on him. They cheat on him with the hero of the story. And they're not even subtle about it. The movie is just like, hey, you're with this guy, go cheat on him so we can have a love story. And women are just like, oh my God, isn't it so romantic? No, you know what would have been romantic? Leaving the guy you're with and then dating the hero. Ladies, what the fuck?
This is quite amazing because it's true. But what's also amazing is the fact that women don't call it cheating. They call it, I wasn't happy. Another one they use is, I was putting myself first. These phrases are often used to justify actions that would otherwise be seen as dishonest or unfaithful. It's a way to shift the narrative from accountability to self-care, making it seem more acceptable.
Yes, my question is for Kim.
Okay.
Hi. Kim, why do you look why do you look half your age on Instagram but twice your age on TV?
Oh, sweetie.
Ouch.
Women are like what? Children.
Okay, sorry, 1 second. So, and I like how we're moving.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Listen properly.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.